Let's have rocket fuel on one side, carbon on the other. I'll do this just for now, just so that I can get that out of here if I need to. The problem is we do actually have rot here as well. Actually, let's do this a little bit further down then. So, rocket fuel on this side. Carbon on this side. Everything else can just go through. Am I really out of belts? No. Good. I was out of red belts. Fair enough. That I can live with. Right, we want a bridge. You are very... You were very, very right with that. I definitely need to sort this part out in particular. And at this point, they're now too close. So let's go ahead and make some heat pipes. I'm going to just shift this whole setup to the side. Like so. There we go. We are actually full on rocket fuel. Fantastically. I mean, I'm very happy about this, but... Let's bring those online, and there we go. There's still a breakaway for the any spoilage to get off the belt if need be. But this should be okay. That's kind of annoying, actually. Because it's going to just perpetually be in the wrong place. Let's pop that there instead. That way the belt can make a turn properly. So it'll preserve which side the carbon is on, which side the rocket fuel is on. There we go. Jobs are good and all should be for now. We'll burn carbon often. There we are. Thank you so much for the help. Sushi fuel, yes. Unless you consume the fuel or limit its production so it doesn't fill the buffer, the issue will still persist. We will have fuel backup on... Where is it? There. Yeah, because that fuel will have... There'll eventually be spoilage here, which won't be able to go anywhere. That is a fair point to make. I guess I could simply check if that chest is over full. Well, actually, no. Let's pop down a supply chest. No, actually, I've got a buffer chest here. Let's take out all of that. This should really be only for rocket fuel. And you are right. I should simply restrict production of rocket fuel if that chest is already full. What? I can only assume that was a copying error. I can only assume that was a copying error. Yeah, because they weren't hooked up to anything, so that shouldn't have been running on anything. Can I get a tank? There you go. Likewise, yeah, no, it's definitely just from where I copied the setup. If lubricant is below, I think that can hold 25k, so let's just say 15k. There we go. Okay. Right, well, at this stage, I'm going to say that we should see the factory be much more alive. We might, even on occasion, see blue belts being made. Oh, won't that be snazzy? He says, about to, like, you know, use up all of the blue belts forever. There you go. There is far less reason, by the way, to upgrade to, like, only do this if you've got the resources to burn. I don't. Why do I do it? Because I hate myself. Because you get a much less bang for buck out of the blue belt upgrade versus the red belt upgrade. Well, with some exceptions, I would say like certain lines, like the nutrient line. Initially, when I was upgrading all the belts, I only upgraded my nutrient belt. There is reason for that, because you want the stuff on it to be moving as fast as possible, because it's got quite a short spoilage time and it was a very long belt, so I wanted stuff to get to the end of the belt before it rotted. So it made sense there. But upgrading every belt just because I can and I'm lazy, very dumb. Very dumb. Super dumb, in fact. Don't do it. Be better than me. Why not get the better ones from Vulcanus? If I was ever been to Vulcanus, that would be an option, Shardik. Unfortunately, this is the first planet and the only planet that I've been to other than Novus so far. So my options are somewhat limited. Why? Why have you filled me with such sadness? Okay, so... There we go. Go forth, my bots. Take all my gubbins. I trust only you with this sacred task. None other shall touch the gubbins, only my bots. A rare privilege, to be sure. All right, chat. I think the factory is in somewhat of a better state than it was. Actually, I'll keep a couple of those. Something of a better state. Not a huge one, but it'll do for now. And we have burnt through pretty much all of the rot, which I'm fantastically happy about. Good night, Rose and Kai. You have a good one, mate. Damn, okay. Out of 10, how good was the decision to go there first? It was chat's decision, and they say 10 out of 10, said Iota Black. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any sympathy from chat. Chat have been loving watching me struggle with, like, none of the things from Fulgora, none of the things from Vulcanus, trying to deal with all of the nonsense on Gleba. I suspect that chat feel that they made exactly the right decision. Because chat are consummate trolls. I don't know if you taking all the way over here. Alright, well, I'll stand here so you can have an easier job of it, because I am kind. Super kind. The kindest. Once again, this is how chat shows love. That's right, yeah. Chat loves me. I say these words, or else I know what chat will do. I watched that again recently. Don't know why, but I just had the desire, like just a couple of the lines from A Complete History of Russia sung to the tune of Tetris just filtered through my mind, and I was like, I need to watch that. It was as good as I remembered, which is a rare thing these days. Oh, you absolutely don't need anything from the other two planets. It's just helpful to have it. But 100% don't need it. Why are you not planting there? Is it that single piece of gubbins that's preventing you from planting? It might be. Let us hope that you can, once again, plant your gubbins. Have we started to expand the gubbin plantation down here? It appears that we might have, yes. There is a distinct possibility of more gubbins in our immediate future. This excites me. What? Did I build this? I guess I must have at some point. Plunk. Okay, fine. Plunk. Right, we're going to need to go and get that built. And then we're going on tea break, chat, because it is bloody time. I demand tea. I would like to receive in my inventory some solar panels, some a radar, some accumulators. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Just bring me the radars. And I've already got the power poles, I hope. No, I don't, so I'm going to need to make some power poles. Gleba is the most unique planet to work with. The other two are rather standard once basic resource production is solved. Yeah. I'm actually, you know, again, as much as I bemoan it, as much as I make a big hoo-ha about it, I'm actually really enjoying the puzzle of Gleba. Gleba is a puzzle planet to me. Off you go. Hooray, you have in fact planted there. Marvellous. Promptly following this, you should leave to go and get the jelly nuts. Which is now at a priority of 9. Yeah, I definitely need to plant down some extra stations. It's a given. There are a couple of decent spots. That one's not a bad one, but it kind of is neighboring a lot of bad areas. We got a lovely area down there that I could settle in, or maybe even here. Get a good bit of farming done over there, and it's quite far away from the others. I think this is probably one of the next best plantations from Yumako, though, or for Yumako. It's just down there. We'll have to see. More soil heading out. They're not really planting this in anything even approximate to a sensible way, which fills me with sadness, but what can you do, I guess? Are you requesting it? Oh, my lord, you're not. I mean, you are, but you're not really. There we go. Okay, that farm will start expanding a lot. I was like, why is it taking so long? This makes no sense. But it does. It does make sense. I was not paying attention to the variables when I was setting the system up. That's on me. Let's get a little radar down here so I can see more of this area. Oh damn! Am I not? Oh, I'm not requesting any repair packs. That's on me also. Can I make a couple while I'm here? Yeah, I can. How are we doing down here? Filling up. It's a slow but important process. But yeah, this is the reason why jelly nuts are a big issue. It's just so little area that this gets farmed with. Later on, this will be much, much easier. In fact, the next time we visit, it's going to get easier by fairly large measures. But there we go. We've got a little expeditionary radar set up there that will be able to help me build, help me plan. But I think it's time for tea break. Whilst the factory gets ever more built. Did I just go through? I did. Maybe I should. I should. I was thinking this just now. I was like, I can't see where they are. And I didn't do anything about it. And now I have to rebuild it. And that's on me. So let's just get this, you know what? Let's just do that all the way along. It's a little bit easier for me. You're not able to play. Oh, no, you can't place down there. Let's pop that one back down. Because you don't want to paste it over the water. Of course. Please don't run me over. Thank you. That'll be a little bit better. Alright. So the factory is going to slowly, ever so slowly, upgrade to blue belts. Hopefully this is on a constant move. I do worry about this. Sending this back through. I mean, I guess it's okay because I am giving priority. Oh, no, I'm not. Priority input should be to the... Oh, my lord, this is why there's been so many troubles. This is where the troubles have been coming from. These should have also been set up to accept priority input. Ugh. That should be the last priority. Everything... Oh my god. How long have I been struggling with these problems? And the issue is because I had designed it with that being the intent. I never thought to check. Classic error. I saw what I expected to see, not what I was actually looking at. The little arrow was never there. It should have been there. But I looked straight past it because I expected it to be there. Classic blunder. All right, chat. We're not in a terrible place. I am a little bit worried about you. I would like to set up another Yumako and another jelly nut farm. I think the jelly nut farm needs to wait until this one is fully productive, but And I also probably need to throw down some secondary protection over here because I'm quite concerned about Stompies coming over and saying hi. So this is going to be the first tea break where I actually drop a save first before we go onto it. We're going to save the cave. We are now 11:16. Cave save. There we go. The cave has been saved. And it's time for tea break. I need a drink. Namely tea. Hence, tea break. When we return, hopefully we'll actually be in a position where the factory will be able to grow a little bit. We've got copper, we've got iron. Things are moving. At least a little bit. Honestly, we've got everything we need to start putting together a rocket silo, and I'm thinking I would actually like to do that before we try to tackle any further redesign of Gleba. So maybe that's what we're going to work on next. Add seeds to inner ring output. Oh. No, I don't need to do that. That's a lie. You fill me with sadness and lies. Expand smelting stacks. That needs to be done. Build basic infrastructure more. Absolutely. Maybe redesign nutrient feed line. Maybe redesign everything line. But we're going to just slot in another to do just ahead of this. And the message will be simply okay. Hopefully we can get back into space. We will set that up before I do any redesigns. Oh, actually, there's one other thing before I go to that, thinking about it. Oh, yeah. Need to build up the defenses down here because we're going to start seeing some aggression. And then eventually we expand out some other farms. There's a couple of things on the to-do list, but tea break time at last. Try not to miss me too much. I won't be gone for too long, so you needn't miss me. But I will let you watch as the factory, hopefully, slowly comes together. All right, then. Did we get stomped? If we did, it was repaired. Pollution is expanding, but not unmanageably so. I would say that by and large, not too bad. The factory asked why it wasn't growing. It wasn't growing because it's not finished its chores. It doesn't get to play with the other factories until it's done upgrading itself. How can you have growth if you haven't finished your upgrades? Silly factory. You know the rules. That's a problem. That is a problem. Honestly, it's not the worst thing that this is going up there. Because it gets filtered out at the end anyway. At least I think it does. Yeah, it gets filtered out at the end, so there's no reason for this. And likewise, no reason for this. Just let it output everything onto that belt. Okay, factory is, for the most part, running. Seems to stall every now and then, just a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, we've still got iron on the belts. That's the important one. Still got the bioflux getting up there. Also quite important. Now, are you able to leave? You are able to leave. Are you not being requested? You are not being requested. We've got enough materials in each chest. How about we adjust this, though? How about I say, if it's less than or equal to 100... that's fine. Head out once there's only 100 left. Top up at that point, I think, would be wise. Alright then, chat. How can you eat your tomatoes if you haven't cleaned up your spoilage? Exactly. How can you have your tomatoes if you haven't eaten your spaghetti? We want to add in a bunch of defenses down here. So let's make sure that I'm actually requesting said defenses. We're going to want guns. Have I got a section for that? I need to change these up so badly. Huh. Okay. What on earth are these? Ah, that's what the tank is requesting. Okay. It's been so long. So stupidly long. That I don't remember half the stuff I've got set up. I would like a stack of lasers. I would also like a stack of guns. Have I already got those? Yes, I do. Good. That'll be good enough then. Let's go. For the most part, this should be doing everything it needs to. And it looks like it is. It is getting rid of the rot relatively safely. Plenty of material up there. Yeah, okay. Let's get down there. Set up some better secondary defenses. Some additional stomper distractions. As we have at the Yamako farm. Oop. Never let me drive a tank, chat. And let's park about here. Okay. What we want. Yeah, that's actually looking so much nicer now. But what we very much want is to throw down some additional defenses through here, I think. A lot more guns. Lots more guns. Also, let's actually do this through map. I would like one there, one here if I can afford it. Same down here. These are only here as distractions for stompers, as we've found that seems to work quite well. A single turret sacrifice to stop a stomper is well worth it to me. And I'm sure the turret would have something to say about it, but thankfully we didn't give them the capacity to talk. We only gave them the capacity to feel pain. There we go. Perfect. Right. So, with that in place, going to want a couple of extra guns. That'll do there. That'll work there. By a couple, apparently I meant quite a lot. There we go. Let's hook up the connectors. The other way. Damn it. I'm making them all point the wrong way. Right now, I think the factory upgrade, oh my lord, upgrade problem is largely due to my lack of materials coming through on the belts for iron and copper and such. I think it'll all be greatly enhanced once we actually have that set up a bit better. Make sure that they are lane balanced. It's also going to want these. And then the actual loading can happen here. Request a chest. And then insert to the request chest should request about let's say 500. All right. Why are my oh poop. Lack of landfill. Should have picked some up before I came out. That's on me. Yeah, let's just go and grab some landfill. And then defenses are in place. Following that, chat, what would you prefer us to work on? The expanded farm, so placing down 2 new farms, one for each fruit type, or trying to get the rocket silo up and running? Let's actually make sure that these don't ever get too full. We probably don't need 4 of those. We can reduce that. Rocket Silo, says Taliesin. The Telastin, my goodness. That was very much the Welsh in me, just seeing a couple of letters that seemed familiar and just filling in the rest of the blanks. If it's any consolation, I mistook your name with a very famous Welsh name. There we go. Let's get everything made. Actually, is that a little bit too far out? Might be. Probably is, actually. It's annoying. Oh well. What I could do is just drop off some landfill and allow the bots, bots here at the base to do the rest. Understandable, as the name is from very young me bastardizing the very famous Welsh name. Ages ago. Wow. Okay. So it's come full circle. How glorious. This place is looking so much healthier now. Still got a bit to do, but it is getting there. Make sure that every inserter is covered by power. They are now. Let's also make sure that I pop in... Oh, am I out of landfill? I am. Oh, that's a bit vexing. Oh well, I may as well take these back. I don't need to steal all of your weapons, thank you. I'll allow the last one to have decided... Oh my lord, they're just going to keep doing it. Go put that back somewhere that can use them more. There we go. We're just going to park ourselves here. Apparently get even more gubbins brought over. But I am considering that maybe it would be a bad idea just set up a requester chest to pull the seeds. Because we've got a bunch in various locations that could be used here. Oh yeah, that'll do. Now hopefully the train is actually requesting landfill. Yes it is. Are you accepting landfill? No you're not. That would explain some of the issues then. There we are. Let's just make sure this place is also doing the same. Yeah, you're already doing. Okay, that should finish building itself now then. Everything else can be placed down as the train arrives. Hello, Toxic Seal. Right. Okay. Do we actually have enough? We got enough lubricant for this now. What we lack is the gears more than anything. And that has been a constant hurt for us. A near constant hurt. Steel is building up relatively well. Just using a lot of the recipes up here. What we lack is the green circuit, so the iron that we're producing only really gets down there. We need to expand the smelting stacks quite badly. Quite badly. So let's take care of that one. Back into space. Well, what is the last things that we need for the rocket silo itself? We're going to need electric engines. We already got that. The processing unit to the next one. To make processing units, I need sulfuric acid. Already have that. In fact, aren't we making some of those? Apparently not. Okay. Well, we can definitely throw a couple of these down. Actually, no. There's no point in us trying to go for that because we'll just hit the same problem. That is that we've got no plate, no real quantities of plate making it down this far. We've got bacteria being produced, we just don't have enough smelters to make use of it. Well, beaconing would help, but it would put extra power draw. Honestly, the best thing that we could do is to make proper smelting stacks. And that was something that we were going to earmark down here. But realistically, I could just move the copper over and at least double the iron output right now. And there is a big part of me that thinks that's probably a wise idea. I most certainly don't need a ring now for bacteria. Absolutely surplus to demand. All I need is for the smelters to reach. I'm going to first set up the copper, so it makes sense to me to do so. And then we will set up the iron pretty much the exact same way. Good enough. And the same over here. We could take it a little bit higher, but I think we are... well, actually, sure. Take it a little wee bit higher. Oh, that's why. Fair enough then. In that case, let's do it like this instead. But ultimately, I would like to make a mall elsewhere, somewhere much larger. But for now, this will do, I think. Let's nuke our current copper production facility. Get everything moved across. The bacteria will eventually decay. Don't need to worry about that. This will kind of suck a little bit, but... There's just so much there, but... Oh well. Price of progress. I could... For the time being... Firstly, throw in a lane balancer around here. Secondly, make sure that I'm actually requesting copper ore. That way I can get it back on the belts. And further to that, let's throw down... Actually, let's pop this on the other side. And the reason for that is because then I can do this. This should be set to filter out the bacteria only. Then load anything it can in there. And this should be set to export only the copper. The problem with this is I don't have a stable line. So, actually, yeah, we are going to do it on this side. I know there's humming and hawing going on there. I apologize for that. But if we pop this here, I can guarantee that this belt won't be full of other stuff. Yeah, that works. These wires are going to be disconnected soon enough anyway, but let's just start getting that running. Now, do I actually have smelters being made? I think I might. Either that or I was importing them. It looks like I was importing them, which isn't the greatest. So I'm going to need stone brick, electronics, advanced circuits and steel plate. All right. Circuit, steel plate, and brick should not be too difficult for me to come by. Let's pop this down here somewhere. Also put it just one too close. There. We're going to output on this side and I will import the brick on this side. I dislike using bots this aggressively, but what can you do? I would like you to make me electric smelters. And for this to be somewhat limited. Right, there we are. Well, let's go up there and see if we can't help out. Everything around here seems to be working somewhat well. Am I not going to use this? Oh, those are express. My bad. There we go. That should get the smelting stack built more or less on its own. Let's help out down here as well. If I possibly can. Why am I filling up with that? Oh. There we go. Let's make sure that there's a robo port over here. It also means I need to make sure I'm... Oh. Okay, I was going to say make sure I'm requesting them, but apparently there is no them to request. Right, are we really out? Oh, that's unfortunate. And I can make at least one. Chat, I have a question. Is there any way you can copy interrupts? It always messes up all of my trains. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, when you go into a train's logic, you can add any interrupt that you have previously defined. So you can't copy it from one train to the next, but you can simply just add them in. But I guess if you've got a lot of interrupts, that might still be a problem. I'm not sure then. Yeah, no, chat, do you have an answer to that one? Is there a way to flatly copy interrupts? I would also like to know. I use too, so I can't help. Yeah. Oh, you mean you want to make a duplicate of it rather than copy the pointer to the interrupt? You want to create a duplicate of the interrupt that you can edit individually. Right, I have a much better understanding now of what you meant. That I don't know. Sorry, I can't help with that. Right, there we go. As we get more and more, that will help out. And likewise, we're going to want to do exactly the same thing, but for iron. So let's go ahead now and prep that. I see no reason not to just plonk it right here. Plonk. But we're not going to be able to hook that up for a little while. I'll need to bring the iron route up and around. Likewise, going to copy all of that too. But let's grab you. Oh, yeah. With this across, but this one is going to request iron ore only. Let's move that up to 500 though. There's going to be a bunch of copy that's brought over. Let's make sure that it trashes something. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave it on trashing for now. I want this to grab iron bacteria. This to unload iron ore only. There we go. That will work. That actually shouldn't be a request chest. That should just be an iron chest. There we are. Sorted. It's going to take a little bit to get all of this going, but once it is going, it is going to be a massive improvement on what we've currently got. Whether our power supply will be able to handle it, I think so. I think it should. But think is not no, and I would prefer to know. Right. Now, if I strip this down, hopefully some of them will get applied over there. Let's find out. Dunk. And I can probably insist that some do by just picking them up. And hopefully having my bots take care of it. There we are. At least 4 of them are going up. Good, good, good. The others will get positioned wherever they really want to, I suppose. Yeah, let's get all of this out as well. Make sure that the bots have access to these resources since they're doing the vast majority of the building right now. I'll say to you, Golden Dragon, you don't need to be active just for the sake of being active. My streams are always chill streams. If you just want to hang out, listen to me talk, listen to the bots chirp, and to Gleber having, at least as far as I've encountered, one of the better soundtracks in the game, and you absolutely can. It's always lovely if you have something to say and you want to participate in a conversation, but it is never required. Alright, let's yoink all of you and all of that. Alright, we've got some, well, I say proper, but we've got some much expanded smelting stacks. Now, what I very desperately need is much expanded inserters. Otherwise, these smelting stacks kinda useless, as it happens. My bots should be taking care of it, but apparently not. Have I not got any left? Huh. Alright. Well, I can go and make some. But let's see. I'm out of inserters. Ouch. Alright. This sucks. It's been a long time since I've needed to do this, but need to do it I do, so let's get on with that. I like all of the new soundtracks so far. It says Joe Detour. I have no idea if I'm saying your name correctly. I've got a strong suspicion I'm not. But I've said so far, and I've just got Aquila left to visit, so I'm assuming you haven't heard the Aquila soundtrack. But yeah, I'm very taken with the soundtracks that we've encountered so far. As a lurker for most of 3 years, Aavak streams are perfect ambience. I'm glad you think so, Fractalacula. I'm glad you feel comfortable lurking. I mean, I could replace some of these, I suppose. It seems a bit OTT for how they're going to be used, but I've got a lot of them, so I may as well, I guess. At the very least, this will free up more inserters to be used elsewhere. And you know what? Sure, we'll do the same. Let's go into map modes for this. Right. Bot should be able to finish the rest of the outbound inserters as a consequence. Oh, and look at that. We're even seeing plates get down this far. Oh, it's been a long time since plates made it this far in the journey. I imagine there's so many quests built up above these inserters. Little quest icons digging frantically. They're desperate for people to go and collect apples and kill boars. Necromancer says, Aavak Stationeer's series was both incredibly fascinating enough for me to get the game and put 90 hours into it myself, and also peaceful enough to put me to sleep plenty of times. I consider that very, very strong praise. Thank you. Mark them for downgrade so they'll get replaced when more inserters become available. That is a good suggestion, and I will do that as soon as all of the blue inserters have been placed, because I noticed that some still weren't at the top. So let's make sure that that whole system is set up before we start doing that. But yeah, I agree, that will help. All right. The factory's got many things to do. So apparently I had a bunch of blue belt. Okay, so I expect to see things improve a slight bit But we need to do more. We need to do a lot more. Yeah, Yumiko is now expanding out. So is Jelly Nuts. I need to curtail that expanding ring of spores to some degree. I'm thinking down here is a good place because I can have the Jelly Nut off to the side then as well. Though I'm not entirely sure I would want that there. But that's a great patch. This is a fantastic patch. If I could clear out the nest down there first, then there's every probability that I should be able to get a track down there. Though, that being said, it does have to go quite far. Still, if I went down here, I could always suck into that stone mine as well at some later point. So I could just plonk something here. Improve the farm with artificial soil. Yeah, I think that would probably be one of the better ones. There's this one too. That one's got small stompers nearby. Actually, setting up... there's so much land there that one seems like a better option. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go out and I'm going to set up a couple of radars. Just so that I can build a little bit more. Via the radars rather than having to be there myself. Oh, damn it. Don't look at your map and drive, chat. I shouldn't have to tell you this. I definitely shouldn't have to demonstrate it. But it was, of course, because I knew that I needed to tell you that I did. Not because I am a reckless fool. No. Perish the thought. Yeah, a little bit of something around here wouldn't be a terrible place to drop a radar. And the positive about this as well is that it'll allow me to see any kind of shenanigans that go along around my train track a lot easier. It's quite a ways we're gonna have to try and cover. Over here is the next one, I would say. That one's about to come online. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So we want to... are we going to be able to make this happen? I could if I bring the track through this area. So down there, along, across, down, and then into this area. Probably setting up the train station around here, I'm thinking. Where we've already got a radar in position. Out of curiosity, chat, how many of you do similar, like create stationary radar beacons? I find the practice quite convenient. I'm not sure that many people do it, if I'm honest. I use solar radars, as I call them. I mean, it's a good as name as any, frankly. Pretty much exactly what they are. Can you remote control the tank while you're in it? Yes. From the map. Oh. Apparently not. I thought you could, but... I know you can do it with Spidertrons, but then Spidertrons have a separate passenger, so that might be a difference there. Probably another one around here, and then we're done with the radars then, I think. The biters will absolutely attack radars, but from what I've noticed, only incidentally will they do it. They'll attack radars if they happen to be on their path to something else of yours they intend to attack. Otherwise, they largely leave it alone. Now, we're going to want to clear this area up, but I don't want to have to do that yet. Chat, is it perhaps time for me to make a second train? To expand our train depot to allow for 2 trains to refuel and restock? Or perhaps just to have a secondary train purely for building? So that I could have a train that's basically just a passenger train. Just to take me around while building tracks. Might be a lot easier. And if it does also have a cargo wagon full of train tracks besides, I mean, that's, you know, useful. I know that's going to damage the tracks. I don't care. There we go. Kind of want to just get them out of the way. I saw my life flash before my eyes just then, chat. And poor tank coons as well. We were not ready. We were not prepared. Right. That way, that way. Take this out. This now becomes a pure junction. I actually don't think I've got rails on me. Damn it. Okay. Let's start requesting a lot of rails. Also, rail-related gubbins. I'm not sure if there are... Yeah, there are rails in the inventory. Not too surprised that we haven't got a station, but I'll just wait for them to deliver. Okay. Well, it looks like the rejigging of some facets of the factory have been sufficient. Interestingly, though, no longer building up enough energy. Like we are draining power fast. That doesn't surprise me with the addition of many more smelters. Still need a load more iron smelters, if I'm honest, though. The fact that I've got them set up for productivity as well, so they're pulling a lot more power than normal. This one is pulling 324 kilowatts versus any of the others not already set up? No, apparently not. Well, 186. Oh yeah, it says there plus 80%. So we are draining power a lot more, but on the plus side, that does mean that I am using my rocket fuel a little bit more as well. And that I like. That I'm very much on board with. In fact, I'm so much on board with it, I'm thinking of moving this one across and having this one also draw from the rocket fuel. These should be mirrored in temperature. Yeah, they are. Okay. How about then I pop you right there. You can go, you can go. I have an iron chest right here. And that can load in there. Oh. There we go. And we want this to be positioned about here. Don't actually need that one there, so that can be taken out. And then pop that in, hook this up to the same condition. And that way, each of them will load one rocket fuel whenever the temperature drops too low. For any reason. Am I making enough seeds right now? Oh, I am, yeah. Plenty. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can't get rid of the spoilage. Right. That has been a constant issue. It's proving quite the problem. Well, the easy way to solve this is to limit the introduction of new nutrients based on need. I've had to do this in so many areas, though, that I am genuinely feeling that a redesign should limit the need for me to add in these janky little fixes. That should allow more in now, I think. Yeah. There we go. As soon as they can get materials out of there, they'll start loading more nutrients, which in turn will allow more materials to be gotten out of there, and so on and so forth, and the cycle will continue. On the plus side, at the very least, these seeds don't rot. The nutrient was the problem, not the seeds. Yeah, no, that's fine. 100 seems completely fine. I should probably also count this, though. There we are. That way, any nutrients that have been added will also be part of the count. Yeah, that works so much better. Right, have I got rails? Yes, I do. Good. Not sure where the train is. Please don't run me over. Thank you. Now, since there's no other junction here, there is no reason for me to introduce signals in here. There has to be more than 3 turn-offs for it to justify having inline signals in a junction. Because for 2 trains to use a junction without interfering, they both need a unique entrance and a unique exit. So the point where those signals start mattering is when you've got four lines, or 2 lines simply crossing one another. That doesn't warrant it either, because you know a train going on the north-south line is going to intersect a train going on the east-west line if it's just a simple cross. But the earliest point where inline signals should start showing up is 4, assuming you've got more of a roundabout solution, because then a train could be trying to turn coming down from the south and turning to the east, while a train coming from the north is trying to turn to the west, and they wouldn't interact with each other at the junction, and so inline signals then start to matter. But before then, if you've only got 3 points of ingress or egress at a junction, no need to add anything else. Okay. So, with that done, chat wanted a specialist train. Where are we going to put this specialist train? I'm thinking, since it's going to be a fairly humble little thing, it can just exist off to the side. It is likely, in all likelihood, going to be just a train with a... not even a carriage. If I'm perfectly honest, I don't even think it's going to have a carriage. I think it's just going to be a double-header train. Right. Tank Kun, let's move you. I'm going to need one station. Now, eventually, I would like to add more trains, but that's going to require movement of quite a lot of stuff, unfortunately. Oh, I just noticed I haven't got that hooked up to pull in rot. I mean, the rot will still go through the system easily enough, but that was a mistake. I thought I'd set... Oh, it's because that hasn't been built. You know what? No, I don't trust you. I want to trust you, but you just haven't earned it. Okay? I know. It's terribly sad, but it is true. You haven't earned that trust. It's like Midna. Midna was like 5 before she earned the trust to be allowed to be next to my face without my hand, you know, not just poised, but actually around her, such that if her mouth opened in the wrong or the right way, I could instantly have her like at arm's length away from my face. Siri, I'd let her lick my eyelids, which she often liked to do. She could be around the most fragile parts of my face without any concern. She had 100% trust because she had earned it. She had never bitten me. She'd had plenty of times to as well. Even when she was falling off me, she would try to grasp me, but the moment she realized that her teeth were connected with my flesh, she'd let go and then just fall. Whereas, you know, I didn't expect her to do that. Midra and Tally, plenty of times they were holding on to me, and they would be slipping off and would just latch on. It's like, yeah, no, that's fine. But Siri would sooner fall than bite me, so she had earned the trust. My dog has gotten less trust from me and my wife as he's gotten older. Oh, really? What's that? Why has he gotten older? Because with Midna, it was like I needed her to have been in a position for long enough where she could have but didn't for the trust to be earned. But with Siri, like she just inherently, like right from the beginning, she, you know, started building that trust. 1-1, I guess. Actually, we're just going to call this Pax Station. And we'll just make a picture of a train. Yeah. My personal station. Now I'm going to need 2 trains. Now I'm going to need some engines. I have a terrible idea. A pentapod egg train. But why? That's all I have to ask is why? Also, I really was expecting that to have been built. I don't know why. Because thinking about it, why would it have been built? There was nothing... There was no system that I already had that would have made it build. That was the whole point in building it, is because I didn't have one of these... Or, oh, actually, no. Sorry. For a second, I thought this was a factory for building the actual assemblers. And I was like, why would I have thought that the factory to build the assemblers would be able to be built before the assembler factory was made? But no, that made a little bit more sense. But it was perhaps hopeful. Yeah, he got attacked by a bigger dog several years ago and now has PTSD. Still a sweet boy, just don't trust him. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame, Trickstar. Labira, my wife has gotten less trust as she's gotten older. My goodness. I'm sure the feeling's mutual, but the seems of it. But yeah. That train has not earned my trust. No trust for the train. Okay, that's going to take me a little while. He's Yorkie, so he'll live forever, though. I can't say I've ever actually had an opportunity to look into the longevity of Yorkies specifically. So I actually don't know. You know, you'll have to expand on that, how old forever is for a Yorkie. There we go. Now you should build the rest of that for me. Oh, we're only down to 234 requests now, chat. And a bunch of them are for other places. This is great. Juan. You know, though, I could make it a cargo. Oh, are we gonna? Yeah, we are gonna do that. Damn right we are. As a general rule, the smaller and angrier the dog, the longer they live. Chihuahuas can make it into their 20s. Wow. Yeah, but they're a Chihuahua. Are they happy about, like, making it that long? They have to live as a Chihuahua. That's like saying, yes, you are immortal, but you are now allergic to cheese. I think I'll take the mortality, thanks. I mean, if I have an option, maybe to tag on an extra 20 years of like healthy life, but cheese, I'll take that as an alternative to immortal but no cheese. That's why they're angry. Yeah, that actually makes sense. I was born a Chihuahua. Why do the gods mock me? Fair. Fair. You make the sense, champ. Alright. Is that... it's probably a little bit close, though. Let's move that just a teeny tiny bit backwards. There. That way, it's definitely not going to interact with the station down there. Now, I would like some rocket fuel. Ah, balls. I really don't want to have to, like, belt the rocket fuel across here, but given that I do not have a lot of option, I guess I'm going to. Actually, do I have... No, we definitely don't have. Though, please understand, chat. Very tongue-in-cheek. I'm sure Chihuahuas are lovely. They do have a reputation, though. But I don't mean any of that. To any Chihuahua appreciators in chat, I really, really do not mean to come across as genuine when I'm saying, Chihuahuas are awful. I for a moment I was like, wait, there's at least half the chat is probably not British. They won't get my sarcasm and you know, mild insult comedy is a form of affection. It is the classic joke, but some people are more sensitive to it. And so, you know, it takes me very little effort to go the extra mile to make sure that my intent is well understood. The thing with Chihuahuas is that they bond with one person. That's actually really not uncommon for very small dogs. Miniature poodles do exactly the same thing, from what I understand. They have a person, and that is the only person. Anyone else can go take a long walk off a short pier. In fact, they'll help. They'll keep biting until you do. It's the only way you're going to escape. Jump off the pier. It's your only option. Australian Shepherds are similar, are they? Not enough brain cells to love a second person. God damn it, chat, why? Stop making me laugh at mean jokes. Alright. Now then, I guess that, I mean, realistically, I don't actually want this train to go anywhere. It shouldn't have stations. I just want to be able to call it. I think I'm going to need to move this one back. Problem is, quite a tricky proposition. I can probably move these back just a tad. In both locations. But these ones are going to have to become... one of them is going to be a chain signal moving forward. Bring this down to about here. Can I then get away with doing the same here? No. Very much not. Alright. That's okay. Oh, come on. I know you can do it. I know you can. There we go. So these signals can go. It's now a little bit bigger than I would like, so let's just move this along to about there. I want one chain signal here. I want the entry chain signal. Oh, am I doing that correctly over here? Yes, I am. Good. Entry chain signal there. Entry chain signal here. And at that point, this just takes a southern route. Till about here, I'd say. I will mark down the... Oh, actually, I can't. I can't see the guides anymore. Ah, sucks. Right, okay. Well, let's hop in. Hop. And I would like you to go... Can I add temporary station to this? No. Drive remotely? Oh, manual. I've not used trains. Control left click to insert a temporary stop. Shift left click to add a selected stop to the schedule. Can I not just send it to a part of the rail? Oh, yes, I can. There we are. If you could take me here, it would be great. Okay. Can I hop out and use my bot? Yeah, I have to get out to use the bots. That's acceptable, though. Let's head up here and take care of these as well.